So I've come across a bunch of videos on the internet, and a lot of these people from these videos are saying that Korea is the country of catfishers. No, we're not talking about North Korea. Get those jokes out of the way, you silly little goofballs, you. Now, the reason why a bunch of these people are calling Korea a country of like catfishers is because of their own delusions. They expect everybody to look like this. Now, these people came under the grand delusion that they'll be meeting their Jungkook oppars of their dreams or whatever and live out K-drama lives if they come to Korea. And that's just essentially promoting sex tourism, if you get what I mean. And I'll explain further why I think it's like that. Now, as a Korean myself, it really ticks me off that someone would base an entire country's people just for their looks. Like, can you imagine how annoying it would be if foreigners came to the US thinking that everyone looked like, I don't know, Zac Efron or Ariana Grande? How annoying would it be if people came to the UK expecting everybody to look like Tom Hiddleston? How annoying. Now, I guess some arguments that people are making is that Korea is constantly pushing out, like attractive people and celebrities out there because, K-pop and K-dramas, they're a huge thing all over the world. But that's the thing. They are fucking celebrities. They are but a small handful of our population. Literally, if an entire country was filled with beautiful and talented people, there wouldn't exactly be a market for celebrities then. And as we all know, one of Korea's, most popular markets out there are celebrities, idols. K-pop is really popping off in other parts of the world now, outside of Korea. And K-dramas like Squid Game, all those kinds of K-dramas, they're getting a lot of attention from people all over the world. Now, this next point I'm going to talk about, it's kind of related to what exactly this whole video is about, so just bear with me on this. From what I know, at least, celebrities from all around the world, like other parts of the world, not Korea, things are really different for them. They can just do anything. They can do anything and it'll be fine, right? So drugs, typical Tuesday in America. DUI, he's just so silly. A party full of minors, don't do that. That's actually quite illegal. I'm looking at certain celebrities out there. Now, Korea's celebrity industry, on the other hand, is very tight-ass. It's super up the, literally every celebrity in Korea can get socially executed for doing something as small as cursing out in public or driving, if God forbid they get in a relationship. And these poor souls literally have to basically play the role of the perfect person. That is how celebrities work in Korea. You have to be the perfect person. And this is something that still needs to be fixed to this very day. The idol industry is quite possibly one of the worst industries to look at in reality. There was a clip I saw a while back. I think this was a member of Blackpink. I don't know if it was Jennie or Lisa or whatever. Basically, she had an interview where she was talking about where she had to watch her body weight, and one time she got really hungry, as other people do get, and she decided to have a protein bar as a snack. Now, a protein bar is one of the healthier snacks that you could ever have, right? She didn't even eat all of it, she ate half of it, and then she said that she threw it all up because she had to watch her weight. That's how tight-ass some of these industries are. If you are 1 pound heavier than what you should be deemed as acceptable in the industry, you're out, you're done. Get out. Now, anyways, I know that kind of got off topic, but I'm pretty sure it kind of does relate to what I'm talking about overall. Tourists, like the ones I mentioned earlier before, they need to be stopped. They need to stop thinking that every single Korean looks like a 100 out of 10. Honestly, I would say I'm an average looking Korean. On a good day, I look like a 7 out of 10, I guess. On an average day, a 5 out of 10. And on a bad day, well, there's no number that's low enough for that. Hi there. Here at Shekkster Incorporated, we encourage and value high self-esteem. Unfortunately, we're in short supply of it. So, if you would like to donate some of your high self-esteem, or any self-esteem in general, please go to www.pleasehelpme.com.org. Thank you. Okay, but enough of that stupid shit. Literally though, I don't know what the average plane ticket for you know, a person is from America to Korea, I'm only gonna talk in American price because I live in America. I want to say it's like $1,000 average, right? These people are paying $1,000 from America at least to travel all the way across the world for what is essentially a glorified one-night stand. Oh, but Isaac, it could be true love. Shut the fuck up. Love may not have a definitive answer, but there are a lot of definitive no's when it comes to love. Now, just a disclaimer, this is just my opinion on love. Yes, I have dated people before, so these are just like my opinions on love, but yeah, take it with a grain of salt. If you don't want to listen to my opinions, okay, click off the video or whatever. You don't have to stay here. I'm not forcing you to stay here. But anyways, first of all, if you fall in love with somebody just because they look handsome, cute, or whatever, that's really fucking superficial to me. Like, personality and everything, yeah, that sounds like cringe things that people say, but honestly speaking, you need to know more about a person if you want to fall in love with them. Just looking at them will only like lead you to a one-night stand, basically, in my opinion at least. And you can do that for free on Tinder. Second of all, even though there have been stories of people, you know, who find their soulmates after traveling all the way across the world, these stories are very, very rare, like very uncommon to happen. This is not gonna happen, you know, to like, I don't know, like 10 out of 20 people. This is not a 50% chance thing. This is not a coin flip thing. This is gonna happen very, very rarely. In fact, if you go to Google here, the most common ways people meet their partners are through mutual friends, followed by online dating platforms, and then through shared activities like work or school. Those are the most common ways that people, you know, meet their significant others. Now, if you're looking for all these conventionally attractive people, your best bet is to go to a club in Korea, and most likely, most of those people, I mean, clubs are just notorious for this in general, most of these people are looking for hookups or one-night stands. Now, a little bit of a sidetrack here, but I think this will get the point across. Korea's club culture at a glance looks pretty much similar to any other club culture out there, and, you know, same rules, I guess. You know, you gotta be at least 21, and also, I mean, as sad as it is, if the bouncer thinks you are not attractive or like, you know, not good looking enough, then you will not be allowed to be in the club at all. Now, this is where it gets kind of sadder, for me at least. Korea kind of pushes this a little bit further. Now, if you're a foreign female and the bouncer deems you to be attractive enough, they will let you in. Simple as that. Now, for foreign males, as sad as it is going to be a lot harder for them to get in. They may have to bribe their way in low-key. For some clubs, not all clubs obviously. And that's mainly because of how some Korean culture, like club culture in Korea is pretty toxic. Basically what they want is that they want the Korean males to be able to, you know, mingle with foreign females, but they're protecting, quote unquote, the Korean females from mingling with foreign males. I don't know the reason why. I was born in America, so I'm not well versed in this culture. But yeah, I don't know the reason why, but that's just how it is. Hell, I've also witnessed this firsthand when I was in line for a club, and I feel like the only reason why they even let me in the first place is because, well, one, my Korean was passable, two, I was with, you know, my Korean friends who live in Korea, and three, it's because I'm Korean. I think that's literally like the only reasons why I was able to get in. They took like one look at my... So also, sidetrack here again, if you're a foreigner, you can't use like, you know, your own driver's license. I don't know if that was obvious, but you can't use your driver's license. The only way they can verify is that if you have a passport card or if you have your literal passport on you. That's the only way they can verify your age, legally speaking. But yeah, literally, I'm pretty sure they saw one look at my name. They're like, oh, he has a Korean name. He's Korean. Let him in. Simple as that. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's because I'm hot as fuck. Now again, going back to the tourists, a lot of these people expect to live like these K-drama, K-pop lives, you know, meeting, you know, men, women who are conventionally attractive. You know, men can be hoes too. Men can be hoes. And a lot of these are pursuing that classic trope in K-drama where basically the main character's love interest is super fucking attractive and, or, you know, is part of the chaebol, which is like the top 0.01% of like the richest people in Korea, or both. You know, they're both very attractive and super fucking rich. So here, let me sign this for you. it's a reality check. Now, first of all, like I said before, if you are dating someone because they look conventionally attractive, again, super fucking official. Another thing is that if you're dating someone because they're super rich, isn't that the definition of you being a gold digger? Like, straight up? Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. You are a gold digger. And second of all, if you are not part of the chaebol, you have a better chance of winning 3 lotteries back to back than actually dating someone who's part of the chaebol. It's commonly known that chaebol tend to date/marry other members of the chaebol, mainly because it's for maintaining relations with, other companies or other groups, like for example, like the Samsung group, right? The Samsung group, they'll probably try to marry someone who's like an SKT or whatever, right? Because, these are the biggest companies in Korea. They want to maintain relations with each other. That's essentially how a lot of chaebol works, as sad as it seems, right? So now that I've thrown all this data and all the reality checks at you and run the numbers through these calculations or whatnot, literally these tourists have less than 0% chance of making any of this happen. Their dreams will not come true. In fact, just stay where you are. If you can't manage to find somebody where you already are, changing servers isn't really gonna help, in my opinion. Hell, people who come to Korea for actual good reasons, they have a much higher chance than you guys of meeting their significant other in Korea. And to these tourists, I say thank you very much for, respecting our people and respecting our culture. It's very much appreciative, and it's something that's kind of lacking from what I've seen these days, at least. Like, we don't need these delusional people coming to Korea. Like, we already have a shitty president, and we already have this 99th rate streamer fucking things up already. We don't need any more delusional people. Now, I guess some people will probably ask, in your definition, then what are acceptable reasons to come to Korea? And honestly, it's really not that hard. If you come to appreciate Korean culture in general, or learn our traditions and all that, come on over. We're happy to meet you. You want to taste some good food from the motherland? Come on over. We got some great eats for you. You learned Korean and you want to test it out? Technically you can kind of try that for free if there are Koreans living in your area, but hey, come on over, bro. It's better to go to the source, I guess. As long as you're not delusional, go ahead, come on over. Enjoy our culture, enjoy our food, enjoy the vibes, the scenery, whatever. Korea is a great place to vacation to. I wouldn't live there though. Living there is kind of tough. So yes, to those delusional people out there, stop coming to Korea and expecting that everybody looks like, all these people here. Because it's super fucking annoying, and especially a lot of these people are shoving their cameras into people they deem ugly, and it's bro, mind your own fucking business. Stop shoving cameras into other people's faces. They don't know you, you don't know them. Stop getting involved with these people. Now, to those of you who are watching this video, if you have a comment on the matter, then please let me know in the comments below. Honestly, I want to know if I have valid points. I'm pretty sure I have valid points, but I want to know if you guys think they're valid too, because honestly speaking, this is just really annoying. I don't know, these kinds of people really annoy me, this is my culture, and although I'm not from Korea, they still share the same blood as me, right? And it's just really fucking annoying to know that there are people out there who are just, judging an entire country because they couldn't live out their delusional dreams, right? Again, I don't care if it's for clout. I don't care if you're, using it for rage bait or whatever. At the end of the day, get a fucking life and do something else. You need to stay off the internet for some time. Let me know what y'all thought about this situation in general, and if there are some Korean people who are watching this video, let me know what you guys think about this matter in general. I'm pretty sure a lot of you may agree with me, disagree. I'm pretty sure there's not a whole lot of people who will disagree with me, but pretty sure many of you agree with me. And just, let me know what you guys also think. Is there anything that I left out? Is there anything that you want to add on to, this whole rant that I made? But yeah, just let me know. And this is the clout chasing coming out, I guess. If you guys want to see more of my content and you guys like this video or whatever, hit that subscribe button or whatever. you know, join the conversations that I have. I mean, I usually don't talk about this kind of stuff. I usually talk more about, you know, like games, anime, whatever's just in my head, I talk about it, right? So yeah, let me know. Hit that subscribe button, and yeah, that's all I really have for today's video. Bye.